In Matthew 14, the disciples get into a boat to go to the other side. The boat is battered by waves and strong winds. How did they calm the boat and survive? Did they adjust the sails or focus on how to row through the strong waves, perhaps by shortening their strokes or avoiding the wave crests? All of these efforts did not work. The boat settled when they heard the Lord's voice. "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." Many of us find ourselves in similar situations. We are on our own boats, hitting strong waves and floundering, perhaps due to debt, illness, or going through a divorce. Whatever the reason, when your boat is rocking and you encounter difficult circumstances, don't fixate on trying to solve that specific problem. Just as the disciples didn't think about how to row effectively in those strong winds or adjust the sail, you should listen for the Lord's voice. When you face adversity and strong winds, focus on getting your mind and heart right first, rather than fixating on the problem itself. For instance, if you are in debt and facing serious consequences for co-signing a loan, start by centering your thoughts. You can do this through reading the Bible, attending morning prayer, or listening to sermons. While these activities might seem unrelated to your debt, they will help ease your mind and set the table for God to do His work. So many times, we don't set the table at all, but expect results. That's not how it works. Read the Bible, listen to sermons, and pray. Focus on these things instead of the problem. Then something remarkable happens. You begin to feel hope. You start to think, God will take care of this. Just as Jesus came to the disciples in the boat, God comes to you and brings you peace. However dire the circumstances, if there is hope in your heart, you will overcome. Once you've read the Bible and calmed your mind, the next step is to wait for God to command you. It might be something simple as sweeping the front of a church. Whatever it is, when God calls you to action, do it, even if it seems unrelated to the problem you're facing. Obeying that command will help ease your mind and place your challenges in God's hands. If you are in the midst of adversity, don't try to solve your problems on your own using worldly methods. Instead, seek the Lord's voice. Find peace in your heart by reading the Bible, listening to sermons, and praying. Then wait for God's command. When He calls you to action, be ready to jump and do whatever He asks. In the end, the solutions to all our problems lies in listening to the Lord's voice. Don't become flustered or frustrated trying to address everything on your own, as it will tear you up inside. Take a breath and wait for the Lord's voice.